Well, we know that the day has been set aside to really celebrate Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, the first president of our republic. And the Kwame Nkrumah Pan-African Center is now presenting the celebration of the 108th birthday of Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And we know that his daughter, the Honorable Samia Nkrumah, who was also a member of parliament, will be making sure that she commemorates the day alongside various dignitaries, and she's joining us this morning because there are great highlights to commemorate the day as well. Good morning to you, Samia.
Good morning to you.
Okay, nice meeting you.
Thank
you. And today, what activities have you lined up for the day?
Okay, the Kwame Nkrumah Pan-African Center, which I founded, I'm the president of that center. We are committed to promoting Kwame Nkrumah's ideas and policies. And so together with my brother in Cairo, we've decided that we want to make the books available in Ghana, particularly to young people who were not around at the time. So today we are beginning the launch of what we are calling the African edition of Kwame Nkrumah's books, beginning with Dark Days in Ghana, which he wrote 2 years after the illegal overthrow in 1966 of his government. And after that, we will have a youth dialogue, a conversation on Nkrumah's philosophy and ideology, and whether it's relevant to us today. It is youth-driven event, a youth-driven event, youth-targeted, youth, it's owned by the youth. It's interesting, you said something about dignitaries. Yes, the dignitaries will be young people who read Nkrumah, who are ready to revisit his policies, and yes, who also debate him. So it's not just hardcore followers of Kwame Nkrumah's teachings, but others too. You can agree or disagree, but please read this great Pan-African philosopher and not just a politician, because a lot of people don't know that he's actually a philosopher. He gave us philosophical conscientism, the ideology and a philosophy for liberation. And he wrote this great book, Conscientism, which is philosophy and ideology for decolonization, you know, to guide us, our thinking, to guide us to freedom, not just political, national liberation, but economic and cultural. And that is the stage we are in today.
Well, sometime in my life, I sift through dark days in Ghana, and but I see now this one you have the foreword by yourself.
Yes, I've written a foreword.
So you've rewritten the book?
Not at all. A foreword is just,
I know,
something we are putting in front of the text, because we want younger people, the younger generation, to understand the relevance and to feel the continuity of that message. Kwame Nkrumah's books were burnt. The Ideological Institute closed down. In fact, there was a point where you couldn't even, you dare not have anything of Kwame Nkrumah. And right at the University of Ghana, the books were burnt. So for us, the fact that we are relaunching at that same place, you know, where people try to suppress his ideas,
you think that is significant? So yes. What will this event be held?
We want to revive them at 10:30, between 10 actually, but registration, you know, it takes half an hour. So from 10:30 we should be good to go.
University of Ghana? Yes,
Institute of African Studies.
The Institute of African Studies, University
Complex,
of Ghana.
Yes.
And I see that you're targeting young people because you want that consciousness to be there.
Absolutely, that consciousness and energy, because I have no doubt that when young people read, debate, embrace Nkrumahism, his philosophy and ideology, and positive energy will be created that will enable us to be stronger, more knowledgeable, and more courageous to fight anything that exploits us, you know, whether that's economic domination from foreigners or from anyone in Ghana. I think we need to look very seriously at the state of affairs and the fact that we are not economically independent as a nation. So what do we do about it, you know? And where are we going to find the monies to offer free education from university to primary? Because that was the plan, you know? Now we are so excited about SHS for new entrants. Imagine from primary to university with free textbooks. So the only thing we can offer all these things to our people, our young people, is if we regain control of our resources, ownership of resources, ownership of national production, ownership of our gold and foreign currency reserves. Just really, that is real independence. And we have a blueprint, we have a philosophy, you know, to give us that positive energy. We have an ideology that that is telling us how to act, and what is missing? It's just, you know, embracing it and just going forward.
Well, thank you very much. We close at 9, so we have to call it a morning. But we'll have a longer conversation on the subject, because there are many issues we have to ask you about your own mindset about the subject of the change in which day of founders and etc. And I know that you would have loved to have a bite on it. But we've had in the studio the Honorable Samia Yaban Nkrumah, who is a daughter, fortunately, of the first president of the Republic, Osagyefo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, and is going to be that great event here at the Institute of African Studies, 10 o'clock this morning. And we expect that you'll be seated by then. 10:30, the event would have started. And please make sure that you're there, the University of Ghana, the Institute of African Studies.